Okay, with us is the number 2 seed here in the regional, Michigan, the Michigan Wolverines. We have student athletes Cooper Marodi and Tony Calderon. I get that right, guys? Yep. All right, beautiful. And head coach Mel Pearson. We're going to start with a statement from the head coach, and then we'll open it up to take questions from the student athletes. And we do have microphones in the room that will come to you when you have a question, so we can get you on the mic. All right, Coach?
Well, thank you. It's great being here back in the NCAA tournament. It's been a year for Michigan since we've been back here, so we're all looking forward to it. I like our team. I think we've got a good, solid team that has a chance. I think we are playing in the best regional that's out there this time of year. When you look at the teams, obviously Northeastern and BU will bring some fans, so we feel like we're on the road, especially that first game. And I know Cornell's a heck of a hockey team, so we're very fortunate to be here, and I know our guys are very excited to get going tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Questions for our student athletes, and we'll bring the mic to you. All right, let's go with Gary and then in the back here.
Either Cooper or Tony, Gary Santinello, New York Times. The Big Ten was tough this year. How well do you think that has prepared you for the postseason?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you want to win a national championship, you're going to have to beat some very good teams, and we've been fortunate enough to play great teams all year. So we've had success against one of the number 1 teams all year, Notre Dame, so that was huge for our confidence. And, like I said, if you want to win a national championship, you're going to have to beat some good teams, and we've done that this year, and that's going to give us confidence in the tournament here.
Question right here in the back, please.
This question is for Mel. Mel, Andrew Merrick, obviously from Michigan Radio.
Andrew, sorry. Questions for the student athletes first, then we'll take them.
Athletes?
Yeah.
I'll wait for that.
Pause. Okay, thanks. Jocko in the back, right here.
Jocko Conley, Boston Herald. This is for the 2 players. Do you guys feel like you're at an unfair advantage? I mean, you get the 3 Eastern teams and you're playing maybe in a hostile environment, or will that work to your advantage to give you a little, I don't know, motivation or a little maybe puck luck?
I don't think it really changes anything. I think anywhere we go, we focus on playing Michigan hockey, whether we're on the road or we're at home. So they might have more fans in the crowd, but I don't think that's going to change the way we prepare or play tomorrow.
Cooper, anything on that? Or you good? No, he nailed it. All right, good.
Nailed it.
Question up front here.
You guys are both upperclassmen, and you're playing with the 3rd youngest team in Division I. What's it been like to lead such a young team and having especially contributions from Hughes and Norris?
It's been exciting. I think seeing the progression from the young guys like Norris and Hughes and those guys, it's been awesome to see. I know we've been on the other side of it. We've been young guys, but they've handled everything really well, and I think it's been exciting to see them grow. We've just tried to instill in them how important every single game is, and they've been getting better every single day, so it's been exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you come to Michigan, and there's going to be plenty of great freshmen coming in, and you see that every day in practice, every day in the games with guys like Norris and Hughes, and you just try to be a good role model every day at the rink. And they're great kids, and they come from great backgrounds, so don't have to do too much mentoring for them. Just hopefully they follow you whatever you do on the ice and off the ice around the rink, and they've been great players for us this year.
Okay, Bill.
Tony, Bill Blue from the Worcester Telegram. You mentioned playing Michigan hockey a minute ago. Define Michigan hockey for me, could you?
We're fast, skilled, defensive. I think what we really want to, when we say Michigan hockey, is we want to focus on defense. I think when we are playing defense, our offensive skills come out. So I think Michigan hockey is being on the right side of the puck, eliminating turnovers and all like that. So as long as we're on the right side of the puck, moving our feet, our offensive skills will come out. So I think that's Michigan hockey.
Right here. Yep.
Al Randall, Michigan Radio. Guys, first of all, congratulations on getting the team here. Some light went on right after the Bowling Green game. I don't think that's a surprise to either one of you guys. What happened inside that locker room that kind of changed the perplexion or the direction that team was going? Because you certainly looked from my vantage point as a much better hockey team and more of a cohesive hockey team since that time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think being average or just good is not good enough here. We talk about every day we want to be great, not just good. And, we weren't great at the beginning of the year and, right before Christmas, right after Christmas there. And everybody made a commitment that we want to bring greatness back to Michigan hockey. And everybody's done a phenomenal job, and we're looking forward to the tournament this weekend.
Yeah, just adding on that, I think to the younger guys, they didn't realize how important every single game was, and I can't stress that enough, because you lose one game, it could knock you down 4 spots. You win one game, it could knock you up 4 spots. So I think just getting that through to the younger guys and letting them know that every single game is so important in college hockey. And once they bought into that, we started winning some big games and we started shooting up the standings.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Yep, Bill, please.
Have you guys ever been to Worcester before?
No.
No, we have not.
I don't think anyone's pronounced it right this whole time.
Hey, they haven't been out of Michigan, these two guys.
When did you get in? What's your first impression?
It's a very cool city. It's got a little bit of both. Outdoors, a little vibe, and also good city life here. So.
All right. Thanks, Cooper. Any other questions for the student athletes, please? Okay. All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck to you tomorrow. Appreciate it. We'll take questions for Coach in just 1 second.
See you, boys.
Andrew, you'll get your question in first? Yeah. And then Jocko, second, please.
Hey, Mel. Andrew Merrick from Michigan Radio as well. So, Mel, we talked a lot, to the players about Michigan hockey, but talk a little bit about what you're facing tomorrow in Northeastern. This top line is as good as there is in the country.
Well, they're as good as any hockey team, I think, in the country. You can put them right up there with Cornell, St. Cloud, Notre Dame, Ohio State. They remind me of a lot of Notre Dame and Ohio State, 2 teams we played. Maybe Ohio State more, but fabulous first line. Everybody's written about that. 2 Hobey Baker candidates. On paper, they've got us in all the categories. Goals for per game, goals against per game, power play, penalty killing, goaltender. I mean, I don't know why we're showing up. I mean, on paper, they've got us in every category. They're one heck of a hockey team, well coached, and they've got some other players. I think we all focus on the top guys, but they've got some other guys that are pretty darn good hockey players too. I think it's going to be a tremendous game, and we're going to have to play our best to have a chance against them tomorrow.
Do you have a follow-up there, and then I'll Jocko.
My turn. Okay, Al Randall, Michigan Radio. Mel, first of all, congratulations. Done
Thanks,
a great
Al.
job. How tough was it arriving at Michigan on a team to coach that you didn't recruit, and you came? I know you had your 22 seasons there at Michigan. I was there for a lot of them, but to come in, and how difficult was that? And then, as a follow-up question, the staff that you assembled is second to none, and talk a little bit about them and their leadership.
Yeah, well, thank you, and I'm very fortunate and privileged to have had the opportunity to come back to Michigan. I mean, it's an honor to follow a legend like Coach Berenson. It's a daunting task at sometimes. I was excited when I got the job, but it quick order, then all of a sudden you're going, wow. What did I get myself into? And I've been there before, though. I understand it. I understand the expectations that Michigan has. This is our 37th NCAA tournament, tied for most ever. A lot of expectations there. So I didn't know a lot about the team. I tried to recruit a couple guys to another school up in northern Michigan. I guess they didn't like the coach up there, so they went somewhere else. But I'm glad, like Cooper Marody. We had Cooper on a visit at Michigan Tech, so I'm glad I have him now. And I'd like him one more year, too. But, no, it took a while. I think that's one of the things that maybe when you look at our record, the first half, I think there was took us some time as a staff to get to know the players. And it took them some time to get to know the coach and the expectations that I had. And Coach Berenson and I are different. As we have a lot of the same philosophies and what we want to accomplish, but we go about it sometimes some different ways. So I think it was a learning process, a learning curve for both the players and the coaches. I have the best staff in college hockey. It starts, obviously, I coached all of them, actually recruited and coached all of them at Michigan. So Brian Wiseman stayed on staff, and Brian was a great player. Billy McCult worked with me at Michigan Tech and helped revive that program. And obviously, Billy's been a great coach in the USHL and came to me with Michigan. Steve Shields, I coached and recruited Steve. He works with our goaltenders, done a phenomenal job. And then our undergraduate assistant, Jeff Tambellini, has been invaluable this year. He's come back to finish his degree after a long pro career. So I have as good a staff as anybody in the country. And like I said, I think I have the best staff. So it's enjoyable to go to work every day with those guys around. They've got a lot of hockey knowledge. All my coaches have played in the NHL. I'm the only guy that didn't. So anyway, it's a great staff, a lot of fun, and they've been invaluable in getting this team going in the right direction.
Right there. Jocko in the back.
Mel, along the same lines, how well do you know Jimmy Madigan? And do you know anything about his coaching philosophy? What kind of style of hockey that he's going to probably game plan for you guys?
Yeah, great question, Jocko. I've known him for a long time, and I really respect Jimmy and the job he's done and how he plays. I like his style. They play with skill. They're a lot like Michigan, how we want to play. They play with skill, but they play rock solid defensively. He recruits high-end players. We're in the entertainment business. We're in the entertainment business. You want to bring in teams that entertain the fans, and I think Jimmy does that. Without giving up the winning end of it. I have a lot of respect for him, knew him when he was doing a lot of scouting in the NHL, would bump into him from time to time, and just really enjoyed talking hockey with him. So I have a lot of respect for Jimmy and Jerry Keefe. I've known Jerry for a long time. We tried to recruit Jerry way back in the day when he was playing in the USHL, so I have a lot of respect, and they do a tremendous job, and you can see it in the way their team plays, and they put together one heck of a hockey team, and I like the way they play. They play hard, they play fast, they play with skill. And like I said, you're going to have to play well to beat them.
Other questions for Coach? Yeah, let's go Andrew here and then up front.
Mel, final question for me, but I was asked a question the other day about our 98 team, and it's been 20 years since we won that championship, and the one difference that stood out to me was our goaltender, Marty Turco. And to Al's point earlier, to Cooper and Tony, I think the turnaround for me in the season was Hayden Levine and giving him the ball to kind of run with for this entire second half of the season. Talk a little bit about Hayden and what he's meant to the hockey team.
Yeah, Hayden's going to be a key to this game tomorrow. Hayden, the first half of the year we split our goaltenders, and that was part me just trying to find out what we had. And it got evident just after Christmas that we needed to go with one. And I told Hayden at that time that, you know what, Hayden, you're going to be the guy. I'm going to give you a few games in a row. You don't have to look over your shoulder. If you have a tough game or give up a bad goal, is the coach going to yank me or am I gone? So I think from that point on, it was just after the Bowling Green game after Christmas, and then we played Notre Dame. We lost both games to Notre Dame, but I think our team found its identity there, and Hayden played extremely well. And then we went into Minnesota and swept them, and then we got Penn State and swept them. So at that point, Hayden stepped forward. He took it and ran with it, and he's been really good. He's really improved as a goaltender. I talk about the growth of our team, and it all starts with him. He's grown as not only a young man, but as a goalie. He's only a sophomore. I mean, he's still young, and we do have a young team. Someone pointed that out. I think we're the second youngest team currently in the tournament, ourselves and BU. So we've got a lot of youth, but they've grown. But a lot of room there for growth, and we've seen that, and Hayden's been fantastic.
Right there.
Coach, talk a little bit about Michigan's strength up the middle, especially in the face-off circle. I think that was one of your keys coming down the stretch.
Well, we like to play with the puck, Al. We want puck possession, and all starts with face-off. So we do put a lot of emphasis on that. Josh Norris, as a freshman, has been fantastic. I mean, he's takes a lot of our face-offs. You'll see him tomorrow. I'll put him out for a face-off and try and get him off the ice. He's been great. But our other centermen have been really good also. You know, Cooper's been good. Adam Winberg's really good. So, but we want to play with the puck, and all starts on face-offs. A lot of face-offs. We're either chasing the puck or we have it. And against a team like Northeastern, we've got to force them to chase us a little bit. We can't be chasing them all night, else we're going to be in trouble.
Question up front.
So your top line is combined for 109 points, but you also have 10 other players with more than 10 points this season. What do you think having like such an expansive offense how is that going to help you out during this playoff season?
Yeah, thank you. And that's a good question because that one line, they really led us. And when they went south a little bit, dried up, we needed some other guys to step forward. And I think that's another key to our team in the second half as we finally, I know they alluded to our freshmen, finally took the next step, and that's really helped. So now you have Jack Becker contributing. You have Josh Norris. You have Jake Slaker. You know, you have a pasture job. So we need that. And I think that's the strength of our team, is that we do have some depth, but we've got to play everybody. And if we get in penalty trouble and we don't roll everybody, that's when things get a little scary for us. But that makes us a little bit more dangerous. And I talked about that when we beat Notre Dame there at you know, the end of the year. We swept Notre Dame, which was a big weekend for us. But we had some other guys step up. It wasn't just our top guys. And I think that'll be key for tomorrow's. You know, we're going to try and shut down, obviously, their one line, and they're going to need somebody else to step up, and we do too. And I've seen it. I've been in, this is my 24th NCAA tournament as a coach, and I've seen it many times where, you know, you got all these superstars, and it's somebody else scoring the winning goal for you, or someone making a great save, or something else is going on. Guys you don't read about all the time. And that's the beauty of this tournament, and hopefully someone will, that we don't write about or know a lot about, will write a beautiful ending for us tomorrow.
Any other questions for Coach? Yep, Gary, right here.
Hi, Mel. Welcome to the Woo.
Yeah, thank you. I've been here before.
Oh,
I'm old enough to
welcome
have
back.
been here. I think it was
Welcome back.
1999, they remind me that we were here and had a really good comeback against Denver and whatnot. So
Did you win that regional?
we did not. We
Okay.
lost to, I think, New Hampshire in the regional final. So, but anyway, we get a second chance here, so we're excited. I'm excited to be back.
If you don't mind, a kind of a general hockey question.
Yeah.
I know you had great players at Tech.
Right.
Is it different, or will it be different going forward in how you recruit, build a roster with the chance of having one-and-dones, two-and-dones, you know,
Right.
three-and-dones?
Yep, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game as far as the recruiting goes. You know, I think whatever school you're at, you have to understand what you have and who you're selling that to and who the buyers are. And maybe Houghton, Michigan, a lot of players don't want to come up to Houghton, Michigan, but a lot do. And, you know, they're playing in their third tournament in the last 4 years here. And we found a lot of players who wanted to be in Houghton, Michigan in the UP. Obviously, yeah, Michigan, it's a different animal. And I've had, you know, whether it's Max Pacioretty back in the day, a one and done, I've had a number of those players. So you're back in that game a little bit. And the recruiting philosophy is a little different. Having said that, this day and age, you have to have a balance. You want to get, you know, you want to get the top players you can, but it's nice to have those seniors and juniors, guys who've stayed around that are, hey, let's look at Northeastern. You know, they got Cadet, Skura, guys like that, Stevens. Those are the kind of guys that get you to where you need to go. It's nice having those one and done guys, but a lot of times you know, depending on the situation, if you don't have those upperclassmen, don't get you where you need to go. So you have to have a nice balance and a nice blend, and yeah, we'll be back in that one and done type game, and hopefully we'll get a few of those guys. But we need some guys to stay. I need Cooper Marody to come back next year. So if you're listening, Cooper, please come back next year. I know we got a couple games first, but we'll go from there. Thank you.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck to you on
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. I appreciate your questions.